I made very ghetto. I'm gonna bless some Paulo style. Evil Eye. It's got and hematite and I think rose quartz and hematite. Um, I make these really for Kobayende or Babalu Ai, or god of smallpox. Uh, what do they call it? They said his name was one they didn't utter. It was so, one of my hardest battles, not because it's been tough recently, has been my battle against the Most High God. And the bitch was that. See, it's what time is it? It's late. You have to. See, that's not the point. Before you go back and watch it. Um, that's besides the point. You know what I'm saying? But I was placed with one Gemini, and the bitch was actually crazy. And growing up, I always said Geminis were the people I didn't trust. I only gave my younger siblings a couple of words of advice growing up, and one of the things when it came to astronomy and astrology was don't fuck with Geminis. And I'm actually very compatible with Geminis being a sun sign Aries, but um, yeah, two of my most nastiest battles have been with Geminis, and they are Geminis. And it's funny because I actually have a few favorite Gemini artists I like. One of my favorite is Mrs. W. Banks, and she has earned her place to be hated, and she loves it now. I think at first she battled with it, not because she wanted to be liked, but because I don't think she knew where she was going or what she was going to do with the energy. But I think she's found her identity, and it says you have to go through a lot to be able to live in hell, and pretty much be a bitch and be hated by everybody. It comes with a price, but it also comes with power. But she's Gemini. Kanye West would be another one. I think he is loved and very hated at the same time. Like I'm not the biggest fan of Kanye West, but I don't have anything against him either. But everyone. But my biggest battles, like I said, have been against the Gemini in the past year. It'll make a year, um, like October, November ish. But I don't know what's going on with you. Hello, Dad. Hello, Morphin Five at Morphin Five. Um, there aren't many of you left. Meaning what? Many of what? Dad? Hi, the room filled up nicely. Hello, Alafia, and Salam Alaikum. Uh, so yeah, you Geminis, I don't know Jackson's descendants. Jackson. Yeah. But I don't know what's going on with you Geminis though. I used to like Geminis because Geminis are people I could sit down and I love to pick their brain because you guys are ruled by Mercury and you guys your brains work so and upon you, man, you're soft. Uh, I think they're very interesting to watch and listen to, but you motherfuckers really are crazy. And when it comes to war, you guys will do some nasty shit, and I don't like it. And I know it's Aries. We're the baby fire sign. We will throw tantrums, and we got our ways too. Every sign got its bad ways, but the Gemini, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it at all. I was married to a Gemini directly out of high school. And when they really say you motherfuckers be tricking and you can live with the motherfuckers for 10, 15 years and that face, the other face, the other twin or the multiple twins will show up, they really mean that. But I'll say this: I ain't never met a bitch uh, who lied on they, not even lied on their kids, but lied on their dead kids. It just take it to a whole another level of nastiness. And and anybody knows the Aries energy, and I know this always don't speak. It depends on your whole entire chart, the 12 signs, the planets are in, the houses, all that. But for the most part, a lot of the characteristics for your sun sign usually will stick, at least a couple of them. Everybody knows Aries is usually assertive, very blunt, um, very forward, leadership. We usually don't mince words, so you don't have to lie on us to about us saying certain things. If we said it, bitch, we said it. Especially if we get mad. And if we don't like you, we don't like you. But I can't stand no bitch. You gotta lie to try and you understand upon you. Yep. And the pixie, I was on your side, so I just got a message. But yeah, I can't stand it. But you got a lot to try to gain a following or feel like they need a following or they need validation. If you're gonna do something, stand in it. You know, just like they say, if you're gonna be a crackhead, be the best crackhead you can be. Okay, and don't seek validation. Just be that bitch. And don't ever apologize because bitch, you're never sorry. Because I'm never sorry because what I felt is what I felt in that motherfucking moment. But rest in peace, Hayden Panettiere. Is that how you say Hayden Panettiere? We also know she was gonna die though, and like they say, Hollywood is not even hiding it anymore. It's pretty intense. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty out there. But a lot of us were talking about this almost a decade or two ago, and you got to think about our ancestors who passed on, or our elders who were talking about this shit and giving us. Yes, I understand Morphin Five. Um, we're talking about this years ago, and bitches ain't believe us when we said they were doing certain shit and trafficking and all sorts of shit. But motherfuckers is weird. But they definitely killed that girl. But I think it was Call Me Kinfolk. He broke down the day. I always thought Jesus was born under the energy either of Aries or just in the coding of how they speak of the ram and certain verses, or either Leo. And he was talking about a book last night on his video where he was decoding Hayden's death, Hayden Panettiere, and it was saying in the book, I guess it was like some decoded knowledge about Christ and his age and when he was born, and it was saying he was born directly at noon on the 21st of August, and he was kind of lining it up. So it's almost like she allegedly the Christ sacrifice. There's nothing more. We know what it is, and like one of my favorite psychics one that says on here, what it is what it ain't, and what it ain't is what it is. But it's a lot of dumbass shit going on. Um, the point of the matter is that I have no time for you Geminis. I've been talking about that for a while. I, I'm so sorry to those of you who are very smart, and them are the ones I love who are intelligent. And I like to pick your brains and listen to you talk and see the way you move, and especially when you're in your craft or your niche. I love to see it because you guys are very fascinating. But the dark side of you is gross. It's nasty from my perception, and I can't do it. But this is here what I cast out into the universe, Miss Gemini. Don't ever motherfucking lie on my name. Don't ever slander me. Everything that you do to me or you speak upon me will come back to you times three, regardless if you believe in the rule of three or you believe in Christ or whatever you believe in. What I do know, I don't know a lot about this earth to be true. I know a little bit about a lot. But what I do know to be 100% for sure true is that don't none of us leave this motherfucking earth, regardless of if it's in the spirit realm or in death or where we cross over or we move into, without paying our fucking dues. And everybody will have to pay for everything they've done. So a lot of you who may be going through pain or who are being abused or feel like people are getting the upper hand on you, and it's been going on for a while. This is a good example right now. Look at Cassie, and I don't really like to use her, but we'll just look at Diddy. Diddy got away for a long time doing what he did, and it may have took almost 3 decades for him to be served, for justice to be served, and it wasn't fully served, but it still came. And look at the Bible and some of the stories, David and Goliath, so many different stories, African stories, voodoo stories, where the nice guy who finished last, or what have you, went through so many trials and tribulations. It seems like they were never going to be set free. They were eventually set free, and the enemy or the person who was causing the abuse or enslavement had to pay. So it will come, and I always say this to God: I don't care when it comes. Don't none of you bitches think that you're going to escape this realm without paying your dues. You will not go. You will not. So that is that. And yeah, a lot of you bitches just out doing nasty shit, and especially our own people. A lot of you black people have to kill us. We do it our goddamn self. So say, what the fuck are we mad at them for anymore? I used to get mad at my dad because I felt like I know he's not prejudiced, but there's certain things he would say. I was like, it seems like you don't like black people. I don't like them, but you're not too fond of them. And now I understand why. I love my black people, my African Americans, and Haitians, and Asians, and what have you. But you motherfuckers right now are doing some crazy ass shit, and I'm not here for it, and I'm not gonna stand for it, and I can't be a part of it. You feel me? So that's that. And I also want to say this: bitches who sit around wondering about what you've been doing all day, like my dad said. My dad told me one time before I called him for some advice, and I was talking about some enemies, and he was like, well, he was like, King of the Root, if you were busy minding your business, you wouldn't know what the fuck they were doing. And that goes for your enemies as well. If they can tell you what you've been doing all motherfucking day, they're not minding their business. So find you some business. You have too much fucking time on your hands, honey. But like I said, you will not pass and collect $20. You will pay your dues back. And I send everything back to you that you have tried to send to me because it will not stick. Do not touch thy anointed. And you won't get yours. You're getting yours. You're getting yours. You cannot, will not slander my name. You will not lie on me. You will not curse me. You will not curse my name. You will not speak bad upon me. Your shenanigans will not work in the same pit you are digging with me with your minions and friends. My enemies are the same pit you are going to fall in, and the same sword you tried to stick in me is the same sword that you're going to fall upon yourself, and you've already fallen upon. And that goes for Hayden Panettiere. The enemies who got her and caught her up, and it might have been that little boyfriend of hers. I don't know too much of her story. I just remember her going up in some movies. But I do. It does seem like some motherfuckers caught her up. I mean, it's just so funny. Right after she was getting ready to expose a lot, or she was starting to expose a lot, she was starting to find her voice again. But that's how it goes in Hollywood. It's not just on her enemies. A lot of the motherfuckers play with the devil and sell what can't be sold because you can't sell your soul. If we want to be honest, we don't own our souls. But we'll go with that. But a lot of them play with that shit, and or some of their parents sell them out. But and it be time to collect, or and when you sign them oaths, just like in like Palo and stuff. Certain things you can't speak on, or you can get killed. It's just like a game. Certain things you make a oath and make a vow not to say certain things ever, or what's up. So I'm sure that she was not caught by surprise, even if she was surprised that she when it happened. But most of them are not surprised what's going to come for them, whether it comes sooner than later, because some of them leave before their time. But who's to say they're leaving? Because you have other people who are showing us certain folks who it seems like they're time traveling, or they're angels, or they're we don't know what they are. We've seen these folks here before, and that's a whole nother scope in itself. But energy never dies, and that's just what it is. Energy. Aries versus Gemini. We're not in that energy right now, but that's just what I'm going through right now. Aries versus Gemini. Air versus fire. The air just air will ignite fire even more. Just like water can make fire crazier as well. People don't know that either. I know this from 2 years ago, losing the house on fire. That throwing water on it can fuck things up even more. Anyway, in Pungos, we call upon our ancestors, we call upon our actions, and we don't send love and light on that weak ass wicked shit. No offense. We just do what the fuck we have to do when it's time to do things. Oh, if you're worried about the glasses, these are some speaker glasses. They got them at Walmart. They have a speaker inside of them, and they play music in your ear. I got them because I think they look cool. But anyway, if you want a necklace, uh, $10, leave a comment. I'll make you one. I bless it Paulo style. You got bitches hating already. Yeah, if you want one, this is rose quartz. You got the hematite, the tiger's eye with the evil eye. It's fake, it's basic. The crystals were expensive, the string was not. But it ain't quantity, it's quality. So that's what it is. So that's what I came on. Sorry, I went on a tangent about a lot of different things. Hey Brandon Ford, bruh. I see y'all jumping in and out. I have to start setting times where I come on here and talk to you guys because a lot of people are jumping in and jumping out, jumping in and jumping out. If you guys want me to start coming on with the cards or the Apollo shows, I'll start doing readings on live too, or just start channeling in general. Because I want to channel for Hayden, and I want to channel probably for Nolan eventually too, if his spirit calls me to. Allahu Akbar. Just kidding. I'm a Christian. Okay. Well, hallelujah. Won't he do it? Praise Jesus. Praise Jehovah. God bless you. God bless you. God bless us all. God bless this room. Peace be with you. Peace be still. Peace was still. Peace was still. Peace is still. Peace be still. Remember that from Medea. What's your sign, Brandon? What's your sign? Brandon. Oh yeah, I got this new sketchbook that I can't draw though, but I'm gonna draw some badass hollow symbols in here and fuck some shit up. Yeah, it's brand new. It's empty. Maybe I write, like Auntie Fee said, do whatever you want because it's your shit. She's got cheese all through the motherfucker. You know when a bitch be concerned about what you doing all day? Do any of y'all have bitches who be just concerned about what you doing all day? Like it's their motherfucking business. That's another issue with the Gemini. I ain't never seen a Gemini. This Gemini's killing me right now, bro. I never had somebody other than my mother or somebody who I'm not dating worry about who I'm being intimate with, whether it's friendship or sexual, who I'm spending my time with, when I'm spending my time, getting my money, how I'm getting my money. I never seen a bitch hate so much. I never seen a bitch who just don't want you to pay your bills, do nothing. It's crazy. But you know, the Lord tell you your tongue can be sharp, very. I have a sharp tongue. Those of you who've ever dealt with Aries know that we have very sharp tongue. And mine's very sharp. I would say it's a gift. And some shit just sting harder than some of you. That's what it be too. Some of us just sting harder. Some bitches can say the same exact thing I say, and it'll land differently. It's not the message. It's the messenger sometimes. Sometimes it's not the deliverance, but the delivery. Okay. So anyway, we're at 20 minutes. I just want to come to see what you guys were doing. Thank you for coming in. This is Aries versus Gemini. I just wanted to address a couple things. I'm gonna start going live more often. King of the Root. We'll start doing some readings on live, and I'll start putting the cash up like I used to do, and you guys can pay for some readings and order some of the items. All right. So, assalamu alaikum, alaikum assalam. Bye bye.